This segment is sponsored by Trey Harrell Law. It's another edition of Trey Helps with our good friend, attorney Trey Harrell, joining us with much more. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
I'm loving this forecast. She nailed it. Forecast. She nailed it.
That's my word.
Yeah.
She nailed it.
She
She
nailed
gave
it.
a nice little shout out,
did.
too.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Let's get down to business now. What is the first call someone should make after an accident? The first call.
Well, I mean, I know what everybody thinks I'm going to say. But the first call I'm going to make after an accident is probably to my wife to tell her I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Right? No, I think the first call you need to make after you make sure you're okay is to law enforcement. Get them out to the scene. Make sure that everything is documented so that you can proceed the way you need to proceed with the claim.
How important really is it to call the police to come out right after an accident? I mean,
It's crucially important.
Really?
The police officer, the law enforcement officer, makes the official record, and what you need is you need to be able to have an official record laid out, particularly a police report or whatnot, laid out so that you have the tone set for your claim, and the insurance company can't arbitrarily deny or delay or play those games. You've got the setting there.
Yeah. I got into an accident a decade or so ago, and it was the fault of this 17-year-old. This 17-year-old guy, it was his fault. Not really bad, just a nice fender bender. But he said, please don't call the police. My dad will absolutely kill me if he knows that I was in this accident. I said, well, you're going to drive the car home. He said, but please don't call the police. What if someone's just begging you not to call the police on this, and you know it's their fault? Are they trying to slide out of this?
Well, there's probably a reason. In that scenario, just as I would have had as a 17-year-old, I wouldn't want my dad to find out. But there's typically a reason. Either A, they just don't want the cops called, or B, they don't have insurance, they don't have a driver's license, some other factor may be involved. And so you want to make sure that you call the police because you want to make sure that you have that record that you need to have for it. And if somebody doesn't want you to call the police, there's probably a reason.
Yeah. One of the things we've talked about this many times, when there's a traffic accident and at the time you feel physically okay, even though you'll probably go to the doctor that day or the next day just to make sure to have it documented, everything. Whenever you get out of the car, everybody's got an iPhone, everybody's got a cell phone. Take as many pictures as you can, different 100%. Angles and so forth.
You need to take, even if you're not injured, you need to take pictures. Even if the damage is minor, take pictures. You can always delete the pictures off your phone later, but take as many pictures as possible because you want to make sure that if a story changes or something along the lines, for example, if you don't get a police report, the person says they're going to take care of it, and then their story changes, it evolves, if you will. You want to make sure you have the documentation so that you can prove to the insurance company, hey, it's not my fault. This is how it happened. And because of that, you need to pay my claim.
Not only take pictures of the accident, but ask the person for their driver's license. You don't have to touch it. Just take a picture of the driver's license.
That is what happened if you've decided you're not going to call the police. But if you call the police and the police are there, they document all that. It is an unbiased third-party witness to the incident that lays out a report that then can be testified to later on.
We talk about documentation nearly every time that you're on the show. How important is it for a police report that you can get a part of that, or get that police report that you can now call you and say, I've got this police report, I've got this accident, this person was at fault, their insurance company is now wanting to give me a check for $1,000 and there's $50,000 done on my car. Well, the police which would be my car out there.
Well, as we talk about, cars are more expensive now, so it's a whole different scenario. But the police report is crucially important. It is your receipt to what happened. Right? We always talk about keeping receipts. It is that receipt that proves what happened, that outlines what went on, and makes it very, very hard as the other person's story evolves for the insurance company to deny your claim. And that you have to do whatever you can to stop.
How does the police report impact the insurance claim? And I think you were just getting into that. It could mean a matter of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, it possibly, but what it could mean is that it's a much smoother process, because like we always talk about, the most important thing after an auto accident is getting back to where you were, or as close to where you were prior to the collision. right? And if you can smoothly get through the claims process or smoother get through the claims process, then you're going to get better sooner, right? There's not the stress, not that. And so if you take the pictures, if you get the police report and you do those things, that assists you or your attorney in helping the process work through so you can get behind this. Because nobody wants to say, hey, remember that time I was in an accident? It was miserable. You want to say, oh, yeah, I was in an accident one time. Right? You want it to be a smooth thing. You don't want it to be this catastrophic thing that ruins your life. You want it to be a step in your life that you look back on after you've passed it.
Absolutely. I'm out of state.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm in Colorado or something, and I'm driving a rental car.
Yeah.
And I don't get the extra insurance on it because my insurance company takes care of it anyway. I get into an accident, it's somebody else's fault, but I want to make sure that everything is going to be lining up correctly.
Yeah.
I can give you a call, and even though you will not be coming out to Colorado,
I wouldn't mind.
You have colleagues that are good, a part of your circle of friends, good friends, that they can call in and say, hey, I've got John Smith. He's a
we can
great
reach out
attorney.
to him, and if I don't have a colleague, I can have a colleague who knows somebody, and we can find somebody.
Absolutely.
I mean, basically, if you're in an auto accident, I just need you to remember Trey Helps. Right? Because we'll help you get through it, whether we help you work through the claim or whether we help you get to somebody else. Trey helps. So if you need us, call us.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. See you real soon again.
soon.
We're back with more Lowcountry Live right after this. Stay with us.